All right, guys. So I've been puzzling how to build a T-line enclosure for a 12-inch sub. Not specifically this one. Actually, it's a Audio Dynamics 12, but this is my stand-in. This old Sony Explode, and it could possibly be a candidate. So anybody that knows me knows that mathing is not my strong suit. Okay, I'm no mather, but I've been mathing because T-lines requires math. It's an unfortunate side effect of being an idiot. Um, so what they want, measurement wise, one of them is they want to know the measurement of the moving cone, right? And your subwoofer lists that. Um, 1 second. Okay, so they want that measurement of the moving cone, and that in your teal small perimeters is listed as the SD. Mine was 310.7, I think. Anyway, I converted the millimeters to, or whatever it was. I converted the centimeters to inches. It was 200.787 inches. So apparently, inside that cone, there is 200 inches. That ends up being, based on the internet calculator, basically an 8-inch inner diameter. That doesn't make any sense. None of that makes sense, okay? How we're going to put a 12-inch sub in an 8-inch diameter hole? It just don't work. Um, so we're leaving that one for the side right now because I'm obviously mathing incorrectly. Now, the other part of that measurement is you have to know the FS of your driver. And the way I figure it, this isn't super important, but it is important. And my FS is 34.32 on the sub that I'm measuring. And you need to know the speed of sound in feet per second because we're using feet to work with here, not, 186,000 miles an hour. That's light. Yeah. So sound is like 700 and something. Anyway, the speed of sound in feet per second is 1,130 feet per second. So you take that 1,130 feet per second and divide it by the frequency. Okay. Then you divide that by 4 to get a quarter of the wave. So when you divide the 1130 feet per second by the FS, you get a full wave, right? Which is essentially how long 34.4 hertz is, right? That wavelength. And it's quite long. But a quarter of that wave is what we're working with on this T-line. A quarter of that wave is 8.25 feet. So a full wave would be 32 feet long. That's much longer than a car. You see why it peaks in your car now, because depending on where you are in that wave in that car, yeah. Anyway, we're not going down that rabbit hole right now. Essentially, a quarter of a wave is 8.25 feet for that frequency, which is the lowest frequency we want to set at. Now, it'll actually play, I think it's like 10 hertz lower, something like that. I'm still new to this T-line game, so don't quote me on all this stuff. You need to do your own research. In fact, I'm going to request that you do. Anybody that's messed with T-lines or knows more about them, comments, please, because I am a willing recipient of information. But we're going to go with what I think is going on. So I think this enclosure will need to be 8.25 feet long to reach down to 34.4 hertz, 34.32. But I think that number is just to keep the speaker safe. I actually want to go lower than that. So I'm probably would want to now. Again, I don't know what I'm doing, so don't take this as advice. This is just me working thoughts over in my head. I'm thinking that if I went out to say 10 feet, I would be at a much lower frequency than what the driver is capable of playing by specs, but I could get a lower overall performance, more low end. I'm probably wrong about this. Keep that in mind. But I was thinking about it. And if I could fit a driver, a 12-inch driver, into, say, a 10-foot long section of pipe, and I'm thinking about pipe, by the way. That's the other thing. I don't want to build this into a square enclosure. That's been done to death. I want to actually use a piece of pipe. Now, this is just an idea. So, like I said, don't shoot me. But I'm thinking this is round, right? Fit in pipe. I was thinking it should fit into a 12-inch pipe, a 12-inch ID or 11-inch ID, 11 and a half, whatever the the cutout is. Even if it's a 12-inch ID, a little mounting ring around there, somehow fastened to the end of a piece of PVC pipe that goes out, makes a couple of bends and comes back, and then creates like an M shape or a W shape with a port on one side and a big old sub on the other. I think it would be kind of cool. So, I'm tossing ideas around. Yes, I know. It involves mathing, and that makes me kind of sick to my stomach. Numbers mess up my head. I just don't understand that area thing, and I don't think these numbers I'm getting are right. But according to my jumbly screwed up math, the moving mass of an Audio Dynamics 2000 series 12 is like, I think I've crossed this out, so I think it was 3 or 5. I think it was 500. Yeah, it was 510 centimeters. The SD was 510.70 centimeters. Now, when I converted 510 to inches, I got 200.787. So, first of all, is that right? Okay. Then, when I run the calculator to figure out what diameter or what size round space 200.787 took up, I ended up with just a tad bit over 8 inches. Right at 8 inches. Is that right? Third, does 8.25 feet long sound right for 34.32 hertz FS? Those are the three numbers I've got so far. I'm not sure if I buy all of it. So you guys that math out there, leave in the comments whether or not I'm stupid or whether I've actually achieved rightness. So, going upon that, so I was looking at this thing and I turned it upside down. And I was looking at the back and going, that's 8 inches. How in the hell do I get that into a pipe? And looking at the front, I'm going, okay, this isn't the right driver, but still, that's 8 inches. The cone here is approximately 8 inches in circle. So the only other way to make this work is can't go magnet first, obviously, but a mounting plate that comes in here far enough. It would have to step up and then come in past the roll and create a like a shelf like this, right? Like that. And then the pipe would fit to that. And the 8-inch pipe, it would be very crazy looking. Guys, holy crap. Oh no. If I mount an 8-inch pipe to this side, it's going to look like a penis. Yeah. It'll look like RoboCop's penis. Oh my gosh. What have I done? What have I done to you, Sony? Well, I've done worse. I don't know, man. You guys. Oh, yeah. Now I'm not going to be able to unsee that. um, check my math and my stupid and let me know in the comments which one is leading the race. I've got thoughts. I got to come up with a different take on this because I can't have a giant base penis in the back of my toe.